Well, congratulations. Realistically, the FA Cup is the competition that United can go for. So how pleased were you with the performance tonight and the way the team played?
With the first half performance, I was very pleased. I think, apart from the first minutes of the game, where we conceded the chance, unnecessary, it can't happen, but all over, first half was very good. I think we had some great attacks, created 500-600% chances. We only scored one, but I think by half time it should have been 2 or 3-0 up.
You were at Bayern Munich, you know how much of an icon Franz Beckenbauer is for Germany and Bayern Munich. How do you feel about the news about him passing away today?
Of course, very sad news, and you call it an icon. Absolutely, I think it's a global football icon. He has had a lot of impact in football. He won many titles as a player, as a manager. Also, he had his impact as an influencer, a decision maker in global football. He changes the game. So I admired him. I think across the whole world, everyone is admiring him. Also, the style, how he played, I think it will always be in the head of anyone.
Really appreciate you coming and talking to us. Thank you so much, Eddie.
Congratulations through to the 4th round, but it wasn't quite as straightforward, was it?
I mean, I think we created a lot of chances. I think what made a difference in the score today, I think it was put the ball in the net a little bit more with the occasions that we had. I think we created a lot. I think 1 or 2 counter-attacks that we actually couldn't concede. They could create some chances on that, but overall I think we controlled the game. We had some good moments, and I'm glad that we won.
Your first FA Cup goal in 4 years, a sweet strike, but how important was it to settle those early nerves?
I think it gave a little bit more comfort to the team. I think we were needing a goal, just so we could be a little bit more calm, not rushing to score another one. But like I said, I think we created a lot of chances. We could have scored even more goals and finished the game with more goals. I think overall that's what missed today.
Before the game, Erik ten Hag told me that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has brought inspiration to the club. Is that what the players sense as well?
Yeah, it brings some good energy, some new energy, hopefully with positive feelings, new things to conquer, look into the future with the good energy, and I think they are bringing that. You could feel in Carrington already the motivation that they brought in. Hopefully we can win a lot of things together.
Talking of winning a lot of things, last chance to win a trophy this season. Confident this team can go all the way?
Yeah, obviously that's why we're here. We're Man United. We play to win every competition. Hopefully we can be at Wembley and win it.
Good luck. Thank you so much. Well done.
Roberto, is this a night where both clubs could be happy? Obviously Manchester United to have got through, but Wigan pushed them hard as well.
Absolutely, no doubt. I think you're looking at the youngsters that we were talking about, Wigan Athletic having the opportunity to play this sort of game. They're a better team after these 90 minutes. We saw Charlie Hughes and Sam Tickle especially having to defend this sort of movement, this sort of quality in front of them. That's been very beneficial. And they never gave up. I think Sean Maloney will take a lot of positives out of it. And the same way, probably negatives in the way that players that maybe from the outside when they play in League One you're thinking they could step up, and we were disappointed with a couple of players that they didn't do that, but overall they look organised. They had a really good belief that they could play from the back at times, and I thought they would be delighted. Obviously United were too superior on the night and they deserved to win.
They needed the second goal, Manchester United. We were in a very good position, and Anthony Taylor was in a better position to give the penalty.
Yeah.
What's your view on it? Because when we look at this, clear contact, isn't there, sure, on Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah, there is contact on it, and what was good about the referee is that he kind of thought about it for a little while, and then he gave it. And when you look at it, you know, obviously when you slow it down, you can see the contact, but it's a penalty, and you know, people can say whatever they want about, oh, that's never a penalty. The current climate and the way that the penalties are given, there's a contact there. We can say what we want about how soft it is to go down for. It's a penalty.
It's clever, man. It's clever.
It's clever.
I think it's a penalty. It's clever. He's a good clever player. Obviously, no doubt he'd put it in the back of the net, but maybe because it's Bruno, people criticise it. But he gets caught. He's got smart. It's a smart play. You say the defender, stay on your feet. He dives in. He catches him. I think it's.
I don't think it's just Bruno though. All players now. any contact they feel in the box, they're going down.
Particularly because the way he goes down, it's a slight delay, but he's smart and he knows he gets caught.
I mean, contact does not mean a foul automatically.
No.
Obviously, it's to do with degree. But I think when you look at that, it's hard to argue against it being given, isn't it?
I think in the middle of the VAR times, it was so refreshing to see a referee to managing the situation. It's contact. That means that Liam showed that the moment that he goes to ground and you don't touch the ball, now is the referee. The referee needs to judge was that contact enough to put him off. Obviously, if Bruno gets a kick in the leg, he cannot do the same step that he was going to do without the contact. So I thought that was a very good piece of refereeing.
Absolutely. And he took a little bit of time to replay the film in his own mind, didn't he? Go, yep, I saw that, definitely penalty. Marcus Rashford, particularly in the second half, right down here, very interesting to watch him close up, watch his body language, watch how much he's involved in the game. He had 8 attempts at goal, 4 on target. So those stats say that he was very much involved in the game. But what did you feel overall?
I just wanted a bit more. Again, I have high expectations of Rashford. I was wanting a bit more. He's played a game here. You're thinking he had the shots away. He's got, I think, one or two bad habits where he's stopping the ball and he's trying little flicks at the wrong time. I don't think he runs in behind enough. I think we were getting frustrated watching him. I think Man United playing against a League One side here. Marcus must walk off the pitch and say, listen, for all these opportunities, I should be scoring. I should be scoring. Or certainly providing more assists for some of the players. And it may be a bit harsh, but that's because we expect a lot from him. He should be more explosive. It's just these little details. I'm looking for some of the senior players to be having a go at him. And he's got in the habit as well of stopping the ball dead, and that makes it easier to defend. Listen, 1 or 2 shots can go wide, don't get me wrong. But it's just his overall, we're quick to criticise him with his body language. But I just thought there was parts of the game tonight which frustrated me, and hopefully it'll frustrate his teammates and say, listen, we expect more from you.
Roberto, in what ways is he a different player to the one you played against when you were managing Belgium in the Russian World Cup?
I think the first aspect is that he doesn't take as many risks. When you got a player that has got such a great pace and a technical control to dribble players, sometimes you need to take the risk of running into space to then create that space. And he looked everything too safe. Maybe he didn't want to lose the ball. He didn't want to give the ball away. And when you played against Rashford in 2018, the concern was to mark the space first, because he could exploit that and you couldn't catch him. And today probably is a different player. He thinks more about receiving into feet, almost delaying more the action, thinking, trying to link up. He was a very different player, but he didn't look a player that he was prepared to take risks as his normal quality would allow him to do.
Yeah, I think you just look at his demeanour, and I think that when we're talking about a player that with the potential and the capabilities, you feel like this is a time in his career where we want to see that, where he's going to that next level of legacy, what he's going to try and do at the club. And at the moment, he does feel like, sometimes I think maybe he could cross, yes, you can shoot, but he just feels like he's in a place where something needs to happen for him at the club, or somebody needs to talk to him, because he needs to go to the place where we expect him to be. And at the moment, he seems to be a shadow of that player.
Particularly in a position where England are well stocked as well. Absolutely. Yeah. Gareth Southgate will know that. Well, we'll take a final break.
Job done, through to the 4th round. Congratulations. How much did you need that win tonight?
In FA Cup, it's all about winning. It's knockout. If you have a replay, you need 2 games, but you want to finish the job. And exactly the word I used in the dressing room, job done.
Bruno Fernandes and Diogo Dalot on the score sheet tonight, but should you have scored a few more?
Definitely. We created first half, I think, 5, 6 very good chances. It was, I think, good football. We should have taken more for that. But if you don't score, you have to stay focused. And I think that is also what we did.
Why do you think you didn't take your chances tonight?
I can't always say why you take your chances. But they were not in. And good shot also on the barrier. So, I think there were some good attacks, so good chances. We didn't take them, but I think the way we created them was okay.
What did you make of the penalty decision? Do you think there was enough contact?
I can't tell. I haven't seen. It's too far away from my position.
With Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in, is there a reason for Manchester United fans to feel really optimistic at the moment?
I think it's an inspiration, and everyone is optimistic, but there's a lot of work to do. But also we have had a lot of setbacks, and I think in the summer I think we were on a good way. But it's a journey, it's a project, and now we have to deal with some setbacks. But we will keep alive. We will survive it, and we will strike back.
Newport or Eastleigh in the 4th round. How hungry are you to kick on from here, go on and win this competition with the team?
I think that is too far. You have to go from game to game, especially in the cup. So we take that. But now, first, all our focus is on Spurs, of course.
Thanks, Eric. Thank you.
Before we go, let's hear from the Wigan manager, Sean Maloney.
Sean, not meant to be. How do you sum up the occasion tonight?
Proud of my players. Yeah, I think it was a difficult match. I think when you play an opponent that has that much talent in the final third, it's very hard to then press. I was really happy with our players. There was moments early, and in these games you have to take those chances. But in fairness, Manchester United had a lot of chances as well. So difficult match, but a brilliant experience for our players.
We were talking about the Manchester United identity before the game. Can you interpret that winning in any sense about trying to forge that DNA?
No, not really. I think that's the problem with United. You don't know what you're going to get when you turn up. Yeah, the manager there mentions a project. That probably means he'll be gone in the next few months, you know, this dreaded word project. No, I didn't see it tonight with United, and I've not seen it for the last few months. But again, they've won the game. They're in the next round. It's an easy draw again the next time round. But you need better from United, the level of performance and the chances they created tonight. I always expect more.
Well, we're going to have a look at the 4th round draw, and when we see where they go, Manchester United in, this is what it's all about. Newport County or Eastleigh. I think Eric Ten Hag was going, can I have a map? Let's find out where we're going.
Magnificent draw.
That is what it's all about, isn't it?
Magnificent draw for them to get Man United come to their place. You know what I mean? That's what the FA Cup's about, what it will do for those two teams. So, you know, that's fantastic for him.
Chelsea Aston Villa leaps out there.
You'd like to see Mason get it.
Yes.
That's what you need for someone like Mason.
Yep. Mason, Tier 6, go to Portman Road, Ipswich Cup winners in 1978. Tottenham against Manchester City, 1981. Ricky Villa will be showing the goal again and again. Yep. Roberto, you remember that growing up?
I do. Ardiles and Ricky Villa, absolutely inspirational.
Absolutely. Liverpool after winning at Arsenal, home to Norwich or Bristol Rovers. And Fulham against Newcastle. Yeah. Obviously, there's Tottenham against Manchester City, two huge clubs, but quite a lot of them have been kept apart as well. So it's always an interesting stage of the Cup, that, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. And then we were saying before about the draw and who you get. You know, you look at United now, they've got either Newport or Eastleigh. You know, you look at Liverpool and who Liverpool got at home. It's kind of like when the draws start going for you, you like to think maybe this might be our time, you know. So we'll see how it works out.
People dreaming even now? People dreaming of Wembley even at this stage? Are they beginning to get a little sniff in the air?
I think you show the attitude. I saw the concentration and the focus in Manchester United as this is a title that we're going to go all the way. And I think that during 90 minutes, it's quite easy to see. You're going away from home to a League One stadium. It's easy to lose the focus. I thought Nana gave the tone. The best saves of his game was within the first 3 minutes. I think United are all focused for it.
Still a jeopardy about Manchester United, isn't there?
Oh,
which keeps it really intriguing. They could have gone one down after 3 minutes.
Yeah, again, and that's the big issue when you think about a big club like Man United. When you turn up week in, week out, you don't know what you're going to get. That's not a good sign. But they've won the game. They'll take one or two positives. Yeah. But as I said, I was coming on tonight. I was hoping to see a clinical Man United win 3-4, 5-0 and show that be more ruthless. But again, they just showed that them bad habits have brought him from the Premier League, not been clinical enough.
Mm-hmm. You'll be very happy. 2 of your boys scored.
It was a really good scouting mission for me, but I think it's unfair. Sometimes football is a scoring game and it's a low-scoring game, but I thought the amount of chances that Manchester United created, the way that they created that numerical advantage centrally, I thought they prepared the game really, really well.
Diego, many congratulations. Professional performance from the team tonight. How did you see your performance overall as a team?
Good. I think it was not perfect. To be perfect, we could have leave this stadium with 4, 5, 6 goals. I think we created enough to do that. But overall, I think it was, like you said, a very professional performance. We controlled the game during the 90 minutes and we controlled the tempo. We were aggressive, a lot of tempo in the game. I think we conceded 1 or 2 counterattacks that we could have managed a little bit more, but overall we are happy.
You said that chances that have been missed. Why do you think you're not getting the goals that you deserve when you play like you did tonight?
Well, I don't know. I would be more concerned if we weren't creating chances. I think that the goals will come. The 4 players are working really hard to score goals. I mean, we are seeing the amount of chances that we create. Then it's just a matter of I don't know. I'm not a forward, but they always in those positions, and they feel that sometimes they just have to be a little bit more calm on the ball, or even the decision making could be a little bit more easy and better. But I'm happy with the way that we are creating chances, and the goals will come.
As a defender, you don't score too many goals, but is it written in your contract? If you have to score a goal, it has to be outside the area, it has to be wonderful as this one.
No, if it's a goal, I don't matter where it is and how it is. It's just happy that I could help the team score the first goal and then be a little bit more comfortable in the game.
Realistically, that could be the main title they could play for this season. So how important is the FA Cup for United?
It's always important. I mean, it's one of the most iconic competitions in the world. Every time we played, it's something special. I mean, last year we played a final, so we want to be there again. And hopefully this is the first step for us to be at.
The chat we've all been wanting to have. The penalty decision in that second half, which saw Bruno Fernandes go down, get fouled, and then score what ultimately proved to be the winner, shall we say. It killed the game dead. Question is, though, gents, was it a penalty or not?
Ask him.
Never a penalty. Never, ever a penalty at all. Got to know your players. You have to know. Fernandes is known for doing it. You know, it surprised me. Look how close the ref is as well. It's the slightest of touches. Now I understand the rules that it's the new penalty what they talk about, but this is not enough to bring him down. He's played you. And the crazy thing about it is you must. If I have a list of 10 players who dive the most, he's in the top 3. So look at it before. Use your brain. Use a bit of common sense. That is not enough. That. You know, and I don't understand it. It's a problem. What I would do with the referee is I would leave it for a few days. I'd bring him to St George's Park and I'd say, "Tell me, do you think that's right or wrong?" If he thinks that's right, giving a penalty, we have problems. Because that ruins the game. That's unacceptable. It's not good enough. And I'll be strong with it because it isn't. It's cheating. And it is cheating, by the way. It's unacceptable. It's not good enough in the game, that. And referees should spot that straight away. At one point, we think, go on, make the right decision, give him a yellow. That's the time to do it there. You go, that's a yellow, unacceptable. And it sends a message to everybody. But instead, you reward him and we carry on and players do it more and more. And young kids do it. They think it's wonderful. It's not. It's not. That's not right, that. They were the better team, don't get me wrong. They deserved it. They didn't finish the game off. But that, for me, don't like it at all.
From a defender's perspective, we heard from Matty Upson saying that there was contact, and there was contact, but it wasn't enough to be a penalty. Would you be of that same evaluation?
Yeah, definitely. Because when I've seen Anthony Taylor just walking towards Fernandes and the defender, I saw the first sight that they will book him. Because you can see straight away that's not a natural movement to go down. There's not enough contact. The game, it's not because you have contact that you should straight away whistle penalty. No, the thing is there enough contact to bring a man down? And tonight, no, look at that. That's a pure dive. So honestly, when I've seen him and he's, 3-4 yards away, for me, I saw that he would have booked him. Because you can see the contact, but for me, it's almost a brushing of a football. It's nothing. And the fact that Fernandes is accustomed with that, you know, it's difficult for referees, really difficult.
But again, playing devil's advocate here, I say it again, there was contact. So in the eyes of the law of the game, if there was VAR tonight, which there wasn't because obviously Wigan's not in the Premier League, if it went to VAR, they would not overturn it, surely, because there was contact. The referee has made the decision, the player was brought down, they cannot overrule it.
Right, okay,
correct?
Well, yeah, but that's the rules. The rules after you have to take the rules back. You've got to. Okay, well, I will say what I've been saying 3 years ago: make the game non-contact, and we can understand it, and it makes a lot more sense then, because you're going a lot more non-contact than what you are contact. If you're going to go extreme, and we're going to do that, and we're going to really pull on little bits like that, let's do it. Let's make it like that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say with that? To try and make the argument.
I'm not saying it's a penalty or it's not a penalty. I'm not.
This is nowhere near. This is not an argument for anybody. If anybody comes to me or anybody in any of the papers or anything what I read says that's a penalty, I'll be very surprised. No chance. That's laughable, that. And that is the time when you got out with the yellow card. There's no... Me and Didier would love to have a bit of a debate, but it's not...
Roberto, you enjoyed the goal scorer, of course. He's one of yours at Portugal. He likes getting into that position, Dallo, doesn't he?
He does. It's not a surprise for two reasons. One, I think this season has been very important, and you've seen an important role in the side. And the other one is that he's got that quality to finish moves. Here we can see his position. I think that's been a big difference tactically. Man United found an extra man internally. Look at Dalot now, how instead of going and overlapping the player, he will be just patient into the box, and then he is just as cool, as composed as you're going to see. And that's placing the ball in the back of the net from outside the box. But the positioning of arriving here is just where Man United found too much space during the game in that sort of inside channel. It was a great finish from.
He's got that in his locker. We've seen him before. A really good player. I think obviously Marcus had drawn a few players towards him. He had 1 or 2 chances earlier. Lovely finish, but obviously United haven't been clinical enough.
No.
And nor had Wigan with their one opportunity for Ascot very early on. Their only shot on goal in the third minute.
Brilliant opportunity, well worked. You know, got in on the back post. But when I thought that I thought once they got into this situation, I was thinking, okay, here we go. Has he got the quality? Once he lays this in here, has he got the quality to get the ball in there? So now once he gets it in there, I'm thinking to yourself, this has to be lifted somewhere along the line. The goalkeeper has to go down. You look at the ball. When you look at it, from now, you just want to lift that over. He's on his way down. You know, but listen, the goalkeeper's, you know, he's done very, very well. But if you want to score that, I would rather miss that trying to lift it than trying to go underneath him.
Is that the difference between Premier League and League One?
Yeah, listen, I thought it was a very difficult chance, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Wright is the striker, but I thought you'd be looking for him to hit the target. Keeper done well. But Sean said before the match, they would get moments. They would have to take them. Yeah. But having said that, I know we said over the weekend, they're 1-0, they're still in there fighting. They're on the ropes, but hang in there.
They're hanging in there as much as anything because Højlund has missed some really good chances, hasn't he?
I heard Ali saying you feel for him, and as a striker you do, but there's some of the chances what we've seen in this game, you have to take them. And, you know, there's going to be one of the chances where I'd say, OK, you know what I mean, that's unlucky, but I feel like that's unlucky. You know what I mean? It's a little bit stuck under his feet. This one is the one where I would be losing sleep over because you could see it all the way over on your head. He's got a good position here, all the way on his head. Just as he's going to head it, he puts his head down, it comes off the top of his head. He's got to come off his forehead. You've got to punch that forward. The one, I think this one, which is really unlucky for him because it comes really late and it bounces off his knee by the time it comes in. But again, you have to be aware of it. But again, this one for me, it's just the time he's in at the minute. You have to be taking those chances.
What do you say to him as a coach? You're getting into the position, keep going to the well, that sort of thing?
It's such a committed player. It gives you so much. I think it's unfair now just to judge him on goals, but of course, he's a number 9 for Manchester United. He's a big price tag. You have to score those goals, but he's not doing anything wrong in those chances. Probably the header, as Wright is saying, probably then he needs to look at the ball, but the others, in another moment, a moment of confidence, the ball hits you and goes into the back of the net. So you need to, the problem is as a coach that you don't see the player getting into those positions in the next action. And you don't want
You're too kind. You're too kind. I'd be fuming with him. Yeah. I'd be fuming.
But because it's given Wigan a toehold in the game still,
we wanted United to show a side of their game tonight. They brought their habits from the Premier League into tonight in terms of missing chances, not being clinical. I want to see that side of United tonight. And with your striker, he's missing chances. We can see it unlucky all day. They're great opportunities. Put the ball in the back of net. Stop messing about.
News indeed, two absolutely fantastic sportsmen. Back here with Wigan just a goal behind, and they're lucky to be only a goal behind, but is that something, if you're Sean Maloney, you say you've still got a toehold in the game?
Absolutely. I think obviously you'll need to look at the goalkeeper and say today Sam is keeping us into the game, and now you need to use the next 45 minutes to keep the level. I'm sure that Sean will be worried about can the players keep that level for 90 minutes, but what an opportunity, only 1-0 down. You see that Manchester United, the front four, they're at it. They got incredible pace about what they do. They've been against a very difficult side to defend. But from now on, it's almost with the renewed confidence of the first half. Now you know what to expect. Sometimes you go into a game that is going to the unknown, especially for the young players. So I think you will expect to see a more positive Wigan in the second half.
Because there have been occasions offensively where Wigan have asked questions of Manchester United.
Yeah, and we know that Wigan are not going to have as much possession of the ball as Man Man United, but at the same time, what you want to do while you're working hard, what you're doing is when you get the opportunity to break on them, then you should break on them. I'd like to see Wigan get more players, commit more players forward and have a go, because they've missed the kind of chances where you think you just need something. They just need something.
It's tough going for them, but as soon as United speed up the play, you can see the difference, obviously, in quality.
Every reason to believe this will be enthralling. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me here on the commentary box for complete coverage is Lee Dixon. And if the game is as enticing on the pitch as it looks on paper, we're not going to be disappointed. It's Wigan Athletic taking on Manchester United.
I'm excited, Derek. Really looking forward to this game. Come on, bring it on.
Delightful pass. Now he's got to stay calm. It's got to be. He's going to be angry with himself, Lee, having failed to take that chance so early in the game.
Well, the first chance of a game's important, but the first goal, sometimes it comes, you're not expecting it.
Bruno Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka. Firing it in. Powerful enough, but not precise enough.
No, not accurate enough at all. He had other options on as well.
Johnston. Well, there are many who regard Bruno Fernandes as the complete footballer. Lee, what do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, when you're playing against a player, sometimes you're trying to look at what his qualities are. Is he a good hold-up player? Is he quick? Is he this? Is he that? But when somebody tells you he's a finisher, you know you're in big trouble.
And they know they need to stop him. Really good challenge. Bruno Fernandes. And he read it well defensively. And that pass could be troublesome. It could be the big moment for him. Well, he saw the whites of the keeper's eyes and the whites of his outstretched gloves. Great goalkeeping.
Well, he's denied a certain goal there. Great reflexes from the keeper.
And successfully cut out. And that's gone out of play for what will be a goal kick. Keane read it superbly to take back possession. Advantage Manchester United. Marcus Rashford in position.